A lot of stuff happened in the last video, but I'd be more than happy to do a recap for all of you. It all started with this look of thirst. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do this one last time. Harry and Julie meet at the museum and start liking each other. They both agree to meet up with each other later after her shift is over. Unbeknownst to Julie, Harry is a dick, and he sets in motion a chain of events that would cause the deaths of many innocent people, including her own. He inadvertently causes himself to be late to the hookup. Harry finds out that Fallout 5 is dropping soon and not for consoles, and now Harry has to save his hookup date before it's too late, after knowing her for 4 hours. Do you hear how that sounds? I'm not even trying to make the movie sound bad, and I just simplified it. That's the plot. Harry gets up from the fall somewhat delusional. He thinks everything is a dream or something, and then he shoots the gun, wasting precious ammo. Harry waves down an incoming car. The car spins to a halt, showing a black guy driving it. Honestly, I was pretty excited to see another black character after Fred. I wonder what sort of uplifting, inspiring role model the trunk breaks open, showing stolen radios inside of it, within seconds of him being introduced. Even Harry's looking like, wow, where are the odds of this happening? Hey, it's Bubba from Forrest Gump, but for the remainder of the video, I'm gonna call him CJ from San Andreas. CJ is finishing a mission in San Andreas when Harry stops him. CJ pleads for his life as Harry enters the car and they start driving towards Julie's apartment.
You're not gonna hurt me, are you? Look, I've never hurt anybody in my entire life.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Harry is incredibly vague with the information he gives CJ.
If it doesn't happen, I'll pay you for any kind of damage to your car or anything. If it doesn't happen.
CJ is low on gas and Harry tells him to pull into the nearest gas station. When CJ tells Harry that that particular gas station serves cabs, not regular cars, Harry gives him a mildly threatening look. CJ pulls into the gas station and Harry gives him $20 for gas while proclaiming he's going to be one of the lucky ones. Harry decides to call Julie's grandfather. CJ tries to pump the gas, but there's a lock, so he tries to leave the situation, but this happened.
Hey, boy. What you doing? You trying to steal some gas here?
Hell no, I ain't trying to steal nothing, man.
The racist guy threatens CJ, but when CJ tells him everything that Harry's doing to him, the racist guy doesn't care. He just wants more money. I love how chill Harry walks into the situation, even though there's clearly a guy with a loaded shotgun. It's almost as if Harry knows that he's not really the one in danger.
Message!
Harry pays the racist guy extra and asks him to pump the gas, which he declines, and they both proceed to eye-fuck CJ to do it. Since meeting Harry, CJ has been threatened at gunpoint, held against his will, threatened again at gunpoint, and has been socially demasculinized. And that's within 4 minutes of meeting Harry. But somehow Harry is the hero of the story. I don't know how. CJ starts pumping gas while Harry's thirst compels him to call Julie again. Then cops show up. So at first I'm thinking to myself, this is just not CJ's night. Then the racist guy says,
You're gonna give me 5 years for this fucking gun.
Hold this thing! The fuck?
why did he still have the gun out? Like, he already had the money. He has to be the stupidest racist guy. He has to be one of the stupidest racist characters I've seen in media. Harry uses his white privilege abilities to blend in the background. The racist guy starts snitching once he gets arrested.
Look at his trunk, he's got all kind of stolen stuff in there.
Keep your
Look
mouth
at his trunk.
CJ realizes that everything is over if he's arrested and douses the cops in gas. At least they have enough time to regroup and call for backup.
Yo, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, what happened?
Fire spreads to the pumps. Harry gets to a cop car. CJ runs away. Harry tells him to get into the cop car, and they drive off, and there's a huge explosion.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up.
How you go?
But what happened to the racist guy? We see him getting arrested here. Then we see CJ dousing the officer arresting him. So my educated guess is that the racist guy also got gas on him here. So he dead. Harry continues to give CJ false information.
Is that what it is? A meltdown? Yeah, it is. You work at the plant, man? Is that how you know, huh? Yeah.
He's not even trying to tell the man the truth. They finally make it to Julie's apartment complex. Harry tells CJ to wait for him, but CJ says,
I gotta get my sister Charlotta, man. She can come with us, can't she? I gotta get her, man. I gotta get her.
but Harry ignores what he says and tells him to wait 4 minutes. Harry runs his horny ass up to Julie's apartment. Harry can't open the door to her apartment, so he decides to break it down. Mrs. Peterson holds him at gunpoint but doesn't shoot him for some reason. A man you just met a few hours ago has broken into your house and said a nuclear war is coming. The catch is, he needs your granddaughter to come with him.
All you gotta do is pull that trigger back and BAM!
And for some reason, she just believes him without any evidence. Harry makes it to Julie's room, and there's a creepy moment.
I feel like Prince. Somebody.
Harry the perv thinks about touching Julie when the funniest scene in the movie happens.
Let's go. Let's get out of here, man. Come on. Hold on. I'll be right there. Sorry, man. I gotta go.
I'm gonna be honest, if I saw a person that's technically holding me hostage is in an apartment building 7 floors up, of course I'm leaving. Plus, what the fuck was CJ gonna be? Morgan Freeman and driving Miss Daisy when they come running out the building? And once they did come out and CJ starts talking about his sister again, what do you think Harry was gonna do? Harry carries Julie out of her apartment with her grandmother in tow. Julie's grandmother wants to wake her up, but Harry says,
I think I'll just let her sleep. I don't want her to know until she has to.
Harry says this because he knows Julie won't want to spend the last hour of her life on Earth with some guy that looks like a thumb. They get out the elevator and Harry puts Julie into a convenient shopping cart. Then Julie's grandparents see each other. Julie's grandpa just got a new bottle of Viagra and he's not about to let it go to waste. Julie's grandparents walk off to go get their freak on. Harry begins pushing a shopping cart holding an unconscious woman inside of it down the street. Then our leading lady wakes up completely fine being in the shopping cart pushed by a horny asshole. She gets out the cart and they start jogging. They make it to the building and Julie's grandparents are like, YOLO, and they just take off. The thing is, Julie wants to go with them. She wants to be around her family who've recently just made up, but what does Harry do?
That's all right. They're gonna be fine. Come on.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Then we see 2 custom Grand Theft Auto Online characters who came well prepared. Harry and Julie get into the elevator. They clearly hear the GTA characters saying hold the door, but they don't. Harry, for some reason, still doesn't tell Julie that nuclear missiles are coming and that they're going to the South Pole. Harry doesn't hold the door because he wants to maintain the illusion that everything is fine for Julie. But it's not. Finally, they make it to the extraction zone, but there's no pilot. Julie starts looking like a dumbass.
What, you gotta take a helicopter to get to the balloon?
What balloon?
Remember Londa, the woman who's probably saving hundreds of lives while Harry is breaking and entering? Londa's friend tells Harry that the scheduled flight isn't happening because the pilot has yet to arrive. Harry forces the money out of the guy's hand and agrees to find a pilot at 4 o'clock in the morning. Julie says,
Harry, I'm very confused about what's going on here.
but I don't know why she didn't just turn around after that balloon exchange. Just talk to that guy. But it seems as if she only exclusively listens to Harry. Harry tells her to leave him and go with the helicopter.
Go without you, Harry? I don't want to go anywhere at all.
Julie, give me 5 minutes, okay? Trust me with this.
But Harry's not giving her all the information. This is how it should have played out. California is going to be a wasteland again. Nuclear missiles are on the way right now. This helicopter will take us to an airport and then fly us out of the blast radius. But you have to stay here because I need to find someone to fly this helicopter. But this doesn't happen. Instead, this happens.
Trust me with this.
With what?
I love you.
Harry runs off and the GTA characters show up. And I'm gonna be honest, I would have loved to have seen a movie with just these 2 as the main characters. They came prepared with bags, medicine, guns, fashion, and most importantly, personality. And it turns out they're both friends of Londa and have been well informed in the upcoming event. Julie walks to the edge of the rooftop and this looks familiar. Oh yeah, this is the scene where Harry was playing his trombone at the beginning of the film with his jacket off and a picture of Julie. Okay, but I got 3 questions. When did this scene happen? The only time Harry could have done this was when he first arrived with Julie on the rooftop, but Harry immediately left to find a pilot.
Get him!
When did Harry get his trombone? The last time we see Harry with it, he's going home. Next scene, Harry is at home minus the trombone. Well, you could say he probably left it in his car, but wasn't his car stolen? So The trombone in the scene makes no sense. Get him! And where the hell do you get that picture of Julie? She never gives Harry a picture of herself at any point in the film, but I figured out where he got it. When CJ left, Harry didn't immediately pick up Julie. We see him shaking Julie here, and the next shot, an undisclosed amount of time has passed. It took some time to wrap the blanket around her, I'm guessing, so he probably stole a picture of her from her room. But overall, this scene has no purpose, and the film would have been better off without it. Harry runs to a street cleaner at 4 o'clock in the morning to ask him if he knows a pilot. He's promptly flipped off. Harry notices some teenagers with attitude from Angel Grove High School and follows them to a gym. Then Harry immediately pulls out his gun.
Why?
Like a gun is going to win you some friends in the gym. Then Harry walks into a classroom and opens fire.
Anybody here know how to fly a helicopter? I said, does anybody here know how to fly a helicopter?
Oh, God, please don't shoot!
Listen, it's an emergency. It's for a heart transplant.
After shooting in a gym looking for a helicopter pilot, Harry manages to find a discount expendable. This guy looks like the love child of Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren. I'm gonna call him Dolph Stallone. Harry explains the situation again by lying.
What's the problem?
Toxic fire. Cyanide. The wind's starting to blow in this direction. A lot of people are gonna die. We gotta go now.
Dolph says that he has to get someone, but Harry says no.
Then shoot me.
It seems like Harry is constantly in the presence of men with bigger balls than him. Dolph whistles, and I'm thinking, like, was there a dog in that last scene? Then a whole dude walks out, and I'm like, yo! Harry walks out the gym with Dolph and co. and hears Julie yelling down the street.
Hey, shh.
Do you know anybody who can fly a helicopter?
Oh, shit.
Harry tells Dolph where the helicopter is. Harry tells them not to leave him and runs off to find Julie. Then we see Julie chasing a car. Even if she was trying to help find a pilot, she didn't have the money to pay them so that they would come with her. Harry and Julie both see a cop car crash into the store. Julie doesn't have a clue about what's going on and runs into the store. Harry follows her inside while police officers swarm outside. Julie checks on the passengers and oh shit, it's CJ and his sister. CJ falls down with his sister while dying and starts calling Harry out on his bullshit.
Where's the cloud come? You should be here by now, you said. It's been an hour. Nobody knows nothing, man.
What do you mean a cloud?
It's a meltdown. The streets will be jammed.
What? Who told you it was a meltdown?
That guy. He was there. He works at the plant.
Harry starts pacing not because of what CJ said, but because it would hurt chances of him trying to have sex with Julie. He's just upset that the illusion of him being a good man has been compromised. CJ's sister dies and he loses his will to live. CJ tells Harry to shoot him so that he can be with his sister. Harry gives CJ the same look that Ice-T gave Wesley Snipes in New Jack City.
I'm gonna shoot you so bad, my dick's hard.
But before Harry can shoot him, CJ dies. Julie confronts Harry about his lies and Harry does this.
God, what am I doing?
Harry begins to think he was fed false information and accepts his fate of being an accomplice in the triple murder gas station explosion. But somehow, the combined powers of their white privilege causes the police to leave. Turns out shit's about to get real. Harry and Julie run back to the evacuation site, and Harry spots the pilot from earlier, who is clearly not the same pilot from earlier. He wasn't even wearing anything similar to that. Like, Dolph had a white headband too. Harry tells Julie he needs to go talk to the pilot, who's obviously not the pilot. He gives Julie a gun with no bullets, and she runs off. Now, before I finish picking apart this film, I'd like to bring up one of my favorite zombie movies of all time, I Am a Hero. Hiro is a failing manga artist whose only achievements are in the past. He's ridiculed for trying to branch out, his co-workers think he's creepy, and his girlfriend hates being with him. But throughout all of that, he still tries his best and continues to be a good man with a good heart and good intentions. So when the zombie apocalypse starts, Hiro's good heart is even more distinct in the ensuing chaos. When shit gets real, Hiro runs down the street from the attacking zombies, and this happens. Hiro checked to see if the guy was alright, but compared to Harry in this scene, Harry doesn't give 1/3 of a fuck about the guy who just fell. Alongside all his other actions, Harry seems more of an antagonist of anything else. But with all that being said, if you like zombie movies, check out I Am a Hero. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, Harry realizes how stupid he is. He then thinks it's a good idea to stand around and watch TV. Harry climbs a truck and sees chaos. He then gets chased by a crazy guy into the sewers. Turns out the sewer connects to the building that he needs to get in. Harry meets back up with Julie, who's walking around the building instead of evacuating. Harry and Julie try to have sex in the elevator, but to no avail. The guy from earlier is still there, but he's taken every drug that he can get his hands on.
Syrup, pills, Xanax, Oxycontin, painkiller, cigarette, weed, Hennessy, vodka.
Missiles fly over Hollywood. All of a sudden, Dolph Stallone flies out of nowhere to pick up Harry and Julie's dumbasses. They get into the helicopter. But what happened to Dolph? Why is he bleeding? Was he shot, stabbed? Where's his boyfriend? Dolph tries to fly away, but 3 nuclear missiles appear and blow up, causing the helicopter to crash into, you guessed it, the fucking La Brea tar pits. So now imagine, you're in a helicopter sinking into tar. You hear explosions all around you. You know this is the end. You turn around and you see the last thing you'll ever see on the planet. And it's this.